know if it's ever gonna stop. What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, Marvel Rivals has gone ahead and dropped a brand spanking new dev talk where they once again go ahead and share tons of exciting new developments for the game. They share new looks at the Thing and Human Torch, which is pretty freaking awesome, a brand new map, an insane overhaul of the token system, and much more. We're gonna break it all down in today's video. Of course, if you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like. Let's try to hit 1,000 likes on today's video. That would be spectacular, like Spider-Man. And let's dive in. Okay, so as promised, first and foremost, we have brand new looks at the Thing and the Human Torch. We obviously know that the two are coming to the game, and my goodness, these little animation screens get me super duper stoked. I cannot wait to dive into the gameplay for both of these characters. Personally, for me, I'm gonna be honest, I actually am kind of leaning more towards playing as the Thing over the Human Torch, but I'm curious to hear from you guys. February 21st, when this update for Season 1.5 goes live, which character of the two new characters are you hoping to play first? Is it the Thing or is it the Human Torch? And by the way, yes, they once again do obviously confirm that the Thing will be a Vanguard and he'll be very tanky and serve the role of a metaphorical wall. And the Human Torch will indeed be able to fly because after all, they do refer to him as the aerial ace. So obviously he'll have some aerial abilities and he will indeed be a duelist. But here's the huge surprise, at least in my personal opinion. Heroes are not the only thing that is going to be joining the game on February 21st when Season 1.5 begins. Because, well, we all get to head over to the Empire of the Eternal Night within Central Park. Yes, Dracula and all his spooky ghouls have taken over Central Park, and we are going to get a brand new map to play on. I cannot wait. It looks super duper creepy, very ominous. I almost wish it was maybe like Halloween time because I feel like it would fit perfectly for that particular time of the season. But a really exciting development here. I feel like no one was even talking about the fact that we were going to get a brand new map with Season 1.5. So this was a really pleasant surprise from the developers, and I can't wait to see how this one holds up. Additionally to that, in this developer talk, they also did discuss that the current ranked season for Marvel Rivals will indeed be concluding on February 21st, and we will be issued our rewards from the previous season, meaning that we will be indeed earning the Grandmaster and above crescent, the top 500 crescent, meaning if you actually did reach those goals, and of course, for those that reach gold or above during this particular season, you will be rewarded with the Invisible Woman skin. But in addition to that, the new rewards will be going live for Season 1.5, which will actually be introducing some more crescents than usual. Now there will be crescents for Grandmaster, Celestial, Eternity, and Top 500, urging you to try even harder to get those particular ranks in order to be rewarded with those crescents. Oh, and they did, of course, also confirm what I talked about during my breakdown in yesterday's video, that we will indeed be rewarded in the gold category with a brand new Human Torch Bloodlust skin. So you'll be able to earn that by once again reaching the gold rank in this 1.5 season, as well as simply completing 10 competitive matches. Now this next thing, in my opinion, is absolutely massive. I did not expect for them to go ahead and announce something like this during a developer talk, but this is incredible. They really are listening to the community, and I feel like we as the community need to do a little bit of a tip of the cap to the developers because I feel like they're knocking it out of the park. Now, what am I talking about? Well, they're gonna go on ahead and introduce a brand new quality of life change in the form of a token redemption system. So basically what they announced, and again, they didn't expand on the minutia and the really detailed stuff here, but they basically said that a lot of people have been complaining about the fact that when you complete the battle pass, you have a bunch of leftover tokens and there's really nothing to redeem them for because the battle pass is already cleared out. So you feel like you've kind of wasted all that effort unlocking that stuff. Well, now there's going to be a token redemption system where you can turn those tokens into units so that then you can go and use those units to buy items in the shop like skins. I think that's such an awesome change. Now, I will also say they did say that this is going to be a feature that is available to the people that buy the premium pass. It does seem like it will be restricted to the people that actually purchase the battle pass. So again, I guess it's not quote unquote perfect, but I still think it's pretty awesome that they're going out of their way to try to find ways to reward players for putting time into the game by giving you this new system of redeeming your tokens into units so that you can then use that for useful things like unlocking skins in the game. They did also touch on the esports, or I guess the tournament side of things for Marvel Rivals, saying that they basically have seen an overwhelming amount of demand for the esports portion and the tournament portion. So they're going to be expanding the pool of players that are going to be able to compete in these. So if you're an esports fan and a Marvel Rivals fan, I guess you have something to be excited and to look forward to. They also went ahead and spent a pretty good amount of time in this dev talk talking about the balance changes that are actually coming to the game, which I thought was really cool. Obviously, I broke down the detailed balance changes in yesterday's 30+ minute video. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. I literally go through point by point, hero by hero, data by data for each and every single one of the changes. So you can go and check that out if you have not yet. That is where you can see the in-depth balances, but they do specifically touch on some points, like saying that, and they even titled it, funnily enough, the triple strategist terror, which I found to be kind of funny, saying that they have found that a lot of the higher tier plays in Marvel Rivals have been pretty much dominated by a 3 support or a 3 strategist build, and that is something that they feel like is hindering the pace of the game. It starts to make the game feel a little bit more slowed down than they would like. So in order to speed the game back up, they're going to be addressing that with the balance changes that are coming in season 1.5 by making the strategist a little bit weaker, by balancing the duelist category a bit better, and also obviously probably in somewhat of a controversial fashion, they have pointed out that they do not like the fact that the meta has been overly dominated by the Magneto and Doctor Strange selections, where they make things extremely slow because of how tanky they are. And once again, I know that I'm kind of shouting myself out here for a second time, but in yesterday's video, I broke down the details about the changes that are coming to Magneto, that are coming to Doctor Strange, and it makes sense in the sense that they're going to be weakening those characters in order to remove or bring down their survivability to once again speed up the pace of the game. Another detail that I particularly thought to be interesting as part of this developer talk is the fact that they mentioned that balancing is something that they want to try to keep to a minimum. Their ideal balancing will be coming through in the beginnings of the season, or the first, I guess, portion of a season, but they really do want to try to keep that at a minimum. They want the game to feel like a steady sort of meta and not meddle with it all the time, trying to constantly fix and rebalance things. Now, they did also specifically say that if something requires urgent rebalancing, like if there's some sort of an exploit or a game-breaking element that is introduced into the game, they would obviously address that with an emergency update. But generally speaking, they want to try to not meddle with the meta too much and let us as the community and the players kind of figure things out. And then when they see enough information that they could make decisions on, they will introduce a big balance change. And finally, excitingly so, especially for people like myself who stream the game, is the fact that they will indeed be introducing a hidden name feature. Now, this feature will only be getting implemented for Diamond 3 players or above. So when you go into a ranked match, it will actually scramble your name or make it, I guess, indistinguishable from the rest, only to then be unscrambled once you're in the game. At least that's what it seems like they were implying. So essentially, it allows you to try to avoid stream snipers and avoid people trying to ruin your games, particularly for streamers. Again, I don't think that this is a feature that really will affect too many people, but selfishly for myself, I'm very happy to see that. So there you have it. Marvel Rivals continues to deliver absolutely insane updates after updates after updates, and the first look at season 1.5 is extremely exciting. I cannot wait for February 21st to arrive to check all these stuff out, whether it be the brand new characters, the exciting reveal of a brand new map. In addition to that, of course, all of the sweeping new balance changes, as well as all of the quality of life changes like that brand new token system, which I'm super stoked to see how it actually plays out in the game. Now, of course, guys, like I mentioned at the top of the video, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to leave a like. Thank you so very much for watching. I will hopefully catch you all here on the next one. Peace out. I'll see y'all later, alligators.